Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to why do I look like a mad scientist here? What a start. What a start. First day back from vacation. Welcome back to some more Sokoto Finish here in Victoria 3. Let me make sure everything is still working now that I've been off for a week. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right, we are back. We are back. What do we got going on? Hey, Jabba! 400, or no. Oh, no, it's like, wait, 450 streak. No, 450 channel points. 130 stream streak. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you, my friend? Hey, Super Frank, what's up? We all play a spreadsheet with the GUI. We are mad scientists. Yeah, that's true, right? That's true, we are. We are all mad scientists in that respect. Hey, Jabba, heyo, heyo to you. Hey, Economisia, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Let me make sure I'm getting all the chat here, because my OBS plugin, as usual, is working a little slow. Oh, hey, Machiavelli, hello, hello. Oh my god, the Ham Lord has arrived. Yes, I'm back after a week off for being on vacation, visiting some family down in the south. I am back. God, it feels like forever since I streamed. Just 1 week off. Hello, the Manso. Hello, hello. Shall. Yes, shall. Shall what? Hey, DeWolfie. Hello, hello. I just heard that Minecraft proves children still yearn for the mines. I hope so. Both of my kids are very much into Minecraft, and we were visiting family down in Alabama, and so because of Victoria 3, I now associate Alabama with iron mines, because that's what I build when I do that's where I build them when I do a USA run. So all week, whenever they would like be sassy, I'd be like, that's it, I'm sending you to the iron mines. Yes, new PDX game coming out soon, this is right. Supposedly called Afterworld. Won't stay on the stream, sadly, but just wanted to say that I'm so thankful, for your videos on Vicky 3 mechanics. I just had a Scandinavia game today and finally had tons of fun instead of being lost. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you coming in to say so. I love it, I love it. I'm glad that it was helpful. Sorry, I'm stuttering here because hold on, I gotta fix something here. My OBS chat dock is not working. And funny enough, I can never remember, oh, there it is, the name of the service I use. Okay, let me fix this real quick. I just gotta log into something. But yes, new PDX game gonna be revealed, I think tomorrow, right? You know, I find it funny, everybody is like, oh, it got leaked. Wait, okay, so somehow YouTube, in the week that I've been off, had got disconnected from this Lembas thing that I do. Because this is not going to be good if I can't get my YouTube chat with dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me look at this. Maybe I filtered something. Oh, there it is. Oh, whoa, okay. It just came in with a flourish. Spreadsheets with great music. Yes, this is true. This is true. The intern that leaked the game is going to be sent to the gulag. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, Acehawk, hello, hello. I finally caught a live stream. Morning, y'all. Yeah, morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome in. Totally agree. Ham tutorials are my go-to. For learning or getting better. Understanding of anything in Vicky 3, no doubt. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad they're helpful. I'm really glad they're helpful. It takes a village to play these games. Oh, and we got the Twitch bot. Hello, Twitch bot. Goodbye, Twitch bot. I want to say I do think about the new game coming out and this whole like I don't think it was a leak, to be honest with you. I don't think the name of the game and the cover art was leaked at all. I think this is like a brilliant piece of like guerrilla marketing, because now that it's been leaked, everybody is like searching for it, trying to find stuff before it comes out. And now when they do the announcement, everybody's going to be watching to be like, were we right? Were we right? As opposed to if nothing got supposedly leaked, they would have made the announcement. It would have been big news, of course, but like, I feel like the leak and now everybody like combing the internet trying to find things is kind of brilliant. Everybody's searching for a game that hasn't even been announced yet. That's what I think. Maybe just too much of a conspiracy theorist in me. I don't believe in actual game leaks. Yeah, they're just planted to create hot buzz. I know, right? I know. But it is fun. I'm not trying to rain on the parade. It is actually fun. I've been watching all of the leaked videos and leaked information about it. It's tons of fun to do. But I don't know. I don't know. The conspiracy theorist in me is like, but it's gonna be, the game, it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. All right. Any insider information if there will be a dev diary as well this week? There should be. They said last week's dev diary that there's supposed to be another one this week, so I don't really get the inside info on the dev diary until tomorrow, so I only get it a day in advance. So I'll see tomorrow if there is one. But they said at the end of last week's dev diary that there's going to be one this week, so yeah, there's your insider information. Oh, and I should say too, let me make it a little more visible. We do have this little thing down here, Barbarians at the Gates. So before we get started, I should mention, usually I stream only when either my kids are not at home or asleep, and I'm in that wonderful 2-week period of the year where my kids' summer camp has ended, but their school has not started yet. So they are home with me right now. And they've been told under strict orders to only knock on this door, which I realize I did not lock, to only knock on the door if it is an emergency. Now, I've come to find that what they consider to be an emergency is not always what I consider to be an emergency. So if there is a knock on the door, I will have to pause stream for a moment, and we'll add a counter to the Barbarians at the Gates there. So just a heads up on that. Hey, Mu Lambda Theta, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Leaks, like with the alleged GTA hackers that say they have a dead man switch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I think it's brilliant. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize here. I think it's like a brilliant, fun piece of marketing that they're doing, because, you know, like, everybody's trying to sleuth their way into things. You still have to go find it, you know? But because there's that cover art that was found in some Discord server that somebody discovered, you know? I mean, you know, whatever. But it's kind of cool. But I don't think it's really a leak. Lord Ham, play Hearts of Iron 4 so you can teach it to me. I want to. Hearts of Iron 4 is the Paradox game I know the least about. I am having like a half-hearted run through it, where I'm trying to get more acquainted with the game. I want to do that on Thursdays at some point, do a full run in Hearts of Iron 4, but I'm not quite there yet. Sir, the children have crossed the Alps. Yeah. They're coming. They're on their way. All right, so what are we doing in this game? We're only in episode 3. I feel like because I had a week off, I feel like it's been forever. I was looking at this right before we started. I don't remember what I was smoking last time with all of these logging camps. It doesn't look like we're hurting for logging. So We'll finish the one that we already have construction points on, but we're going to cut a lot of that stuff out. We have railways, and then we're going for line infantry. It looks like we have some naval fortifications that we don't have small arms on. We probably don't even have an army logistics yet, right? Because we have no input goods for them. Alright, so I hate to build everything in one state in Nigeria here. Oh, but we do have Benin now with iron. So yeah, why don't we build next? Yeah, we have some logging here. We'll build an iron mine. And then we'll build an arms industry. Maybe we'll finally just get this thing finished too. This is going to take us some time, so we'll finish this up before we get going. We're not passing any laws at the moment. Yeah, I think we're still kind of in this state here. We can get the intelligentsia in there. Oh, did we have a coup last time? Yeah, recent coup. All right, so we got 22 months left on that. We're building ships. I don't know why this is not with the first fleet. We can only get 80 involvement, so we'll still hold them here. And then, for now, let's just put all the ship construction points. All 2 of them. Wait, what's going on there? Oh, we need an artillery, actually. So we'll add that as well. Alright. Away we go. Needing a snack refill is an emergency, yeah. But it's actually what my daughter said. Right before I went, I was like, you guys, only emergencies. And then she said to me, she was like, well, what if I can't find a snack? Now, she was joking. She was teasing me. But that was the first thing she said. She was like, what if I can't find a snack? And I was like, not an emergency. After receiving notice of the horrors that the citizens of Sokoto Inner Mauritania have been enduring, solidarity among the nations has been raised, and there are many who want to donate to the cause. Yeah, we're not going to take this one. We don't want to add political strength to the landowners. What is our relations with France currently? Okay, we're at 22. What's our relations with Russia? We're at 50 here. Let's take it with France. Preparation for more construction. Yeah, definitely want to do that. I'm kind of... We're still a little bit away from urban planning. We probably should do a little bit more construction. Our budget can obviously afford it, but given our interest rate is 31%, I'd like to have a little bit more of a buffer in the reserves. We could probably use one more, right? I mean, we probably have tons of logging here. Oh, no, we don't. Is this why? Is this why I was building all that logging? Probably. Well, let's add one more anyway. About the logging camps, what's your eco law and your tax law? If it's not laissez-faire and you don't have graduated taxation, I think I can give some input here. Yeah, I mean, I think we're still on traditionalism and land-based taxation. We're still kind of stuck in here because we don't have our industrialists yet. And we only really have 3 interest groups we can work with at the moment. Yeah, we got to get off of traditionalism here. Hey, Timco the Mulfar, hello, welcome back, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello there. I decided to finally clean up Google Mail, and it made my browser freeze for a few minutes. Oh, so I missed start of the stream. Oh man, damn you, Google. It is still froze, but still deleting the messages. Oh man. Can't type barely. It's affected your keyboard too. Damn you, Google. Yeah, right. I've been on a whole Apple, Google phase, so I can sympathize here. Hey, new Joe. Hello, hello. Hey, you're back. I've been just watching your YouTube videos in the meantime. Oh, nice. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? I am back. After a week off visiting family that doesn't always have the most reliable of internet connections, and it was a bit of an internet adventure when I was down there. Ooh, this is okay. I keep pushing this off because I don't want to lose the 349 construction here, but man, this is gonna take a while. You know, if we could incorporate Eastern Mali, it would be a little bit better. Let's start incorporating them. Because we do just generally need to be incorporating all these places that we took. Actually, how many more places do we need to incorporate? We have the one. This is a growing colony. We can do that. The Aruba states. Alright. So we got a little bit to go. Love it when you have to pass a law to keep the landowners in check, but make an amendment that empowers their opposition, like the industrialists. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If only I should try to maybe do something like that. Or maybe, like, negotiate a law with the intelligentsia there. Oh, is France doing some France things? Yep, we're starting to get stuff here, which is why we really need to get to at least line infantry. We're pretty exposed at the moment. Anyway, last time I played Sokoto was like 1.4. My first communist run ended up as 10th grade power, and back at 1.4, I needed to be UK to become recognized. Wow. Yeah, man, that's going back a ways now. 1.4. God, one of these days I wanna go back and play all the old patches, because I've been playing the game since the start, so I've played all of them, but I'm not very good at remembering. Like, I don't even fully remember a lot before Charters of Commerce at this point. Felt like a big brain move. Yeah, it did. Yeah, right? The crafty politician. I did some math, and the cost reduction from one logging camp with sawmills and full softwood production is worth as much as 2.5k earnings normalized for construction costs. Ooh. The math is likely flawed in some way, but logging is really, really great value while on wooden buildings, especially with traditionalism cutting into reinvestment. The cost reduction is really strong. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking, because now that I've deleted all those logging camps, I'll probably add them back in after the artillery, because I probably had looked at my construction states here. Yeah, and saw we have a 13% rise in cost in the actual construction state, a 3% rise here. So I'll probably end up adding them back in. And I don't suppose my private sector is going to do me a solid here and build them. Doing well, got my 100 tank production in Finland in the meantime. Oh, congrats! I still have to go for that one myself. Nice, nice. I tried so hard to break away from Russia, but I just couldn't make it happen. Yeah, it's tough, right? It's tough, especially with those large powers like that. And especially when you're going for like a specific achievement. Sometimes being a large market like that, getting all those resources they have is better in the long run. Hey, Valor Great! Hello, hello! How are you? You know, I'm low-key so confused about job seekers in the game. Not gonna lie, like, what are they even doing? Someone please break it down for me real quick. Happy to see you back. Ah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so, the thing about job seekers, right? Is when a pop, so you have like these machinists, right? You have 2.45k machinists that are willing to look for another job. If the available jobs are like labor jobs, right? Like shopkeepers, yeah, machinists. But let's say like a pop doesn't want to go to a lower job. So there are a bunch of machinists looking for new employment. Now, for a pop to leave their current job and go to another job, the new job needs to be offering a wage that's at least 10% higher than the pop's current wage. If it isn't, they're not going to move. And each level of employment has wage bonus, or not bonuses, but like multipliers. So like a laborer is the lowest rung of paid worker. They don't get a multiplier. Machinists get 1.5 times wages. So a machinist job is always going to be offering more than a laborer job. So a machinist is not really going to go to a laborer. A machinist would have to lower their level of wealth and their standard of living before they take the laborer job. So basically a job seeker is not satisfied with, oh my god, come on, tooltips, with their current employment. And so they're looking for a new job, but there just isn't one paying enough with the same level of employment. So that's kind of the nutshell, the explanation in a nutshell. Yeah, job seekers are all pops that have low enough job satisfaction, make not that much money, such that they would be willing to switch jobs, include some already employed, unemployed, etc. Yeah, and that's even though technically employing the 5k pops loses you tax income due to land-based tax. Yeah. The other thing to keep in mind is if a place is hiring, so like this place is hiring shopkeepers and machinists, they need to hire in the same proportion. So, like, what's the total? So they need 4,000 laborers, 500 machinists, and 500 shopkeepers per level. And so whatever that ratio turns out to, like say there's a machinist looking for employment and there's open machinist jobs here, they'll only hire those machinists if they can also hire the same proportionate number of laborers and shopkeepers. If not, they don't hire any of them. Oh, we got railways. Very nice. We don't really need to build any yet, but good to know we have it, which also means we are now going for line infantry. Once we get line infantry, we're going to upgrade our military here. We're probably, you know, we're going to need actually a lot more than one arms industry. I kept getting military help, but France was literally no help whatsoever, and Britain could only do so much for me. Yeah. Yeah, I find sometimes for wars when you really need your ally to come help you, instead of calling them in as an ally, If they want a war goal, that's like take this piece of land or something like that, they're much more willing to send troops over, as opposed to if it's just like they're just called in as an ally. That makes sense. So they basically just quit their job, switch. Yeah, that's basically what they do. If the job is offering 10% more than their current wage, and the job can hire in the appropriate proportion. Hey, the Manso, hello. How are you? What's your view on value of importing versus spending production on building to get few needed units of a certain good, like guns or cannons early game? I think early game, depending on the country you are, I think importing is fine. Import what you need, but ideally you want to produce as much as you can and have less on the import side and as much on the export side. The more exports you have, the better your economy is going to be. That being said, especially early game, use subventions and tariffs to kind of manipulate what gets imported, especially for construction goods, so that you can jumpstart construction as quickly as possible. A newspaper called the Sokoto Timbuktu Evening Post has printed a bigoted article about the Bidan people living there. We can suppress the article, or we can let it be released. So we'll lose 5% authority. So we'll be in an authority deficit. I'd rather not lower anybody's standard of living. So we'll take this. We can afford this for a little bit. You should try Germany or Austria, depending on who's doing better in your run. Oh, well, playing as Prussia now. Going for Unified Germany this time. Oh, nice. I want to do another Germany run. It's been a while since I've done one. Kind of a Unified Germany run. I don't remember if I have any loose achievements to pick up along the way for that one. Hey, we got democracy! Okay, so we've got some voting laws we could enact now. Do we actually have any way to get any of them? Not really. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I can't change the government. Oh, for only 3 more weeks. Okay. Oh no, sorry. 9 months. Still not that long. I think data time lapses took a look at how the mobilization works. Sometimes like 50% mobilization if they have no stake. The full mobilization, they can get something, or if they're threatened. Yeah, in general, the YouTuber Data Time Lapses is a great channel. Highly recommend it. Although they said that, unfortunately, they're going to have to slow down the amount of content that they make. But still some excellent content on there. Do some really good stuff. Then the next DLC go out, I want to reenact my second run. I created Ukraine as a vassal. And set my goal to break free. But it was easier than Finland. I've never done a full-on... I've never done a full Finland run. And I've been seeing that achievement for tanks. Might need to go for that. Hey, Shamneo, hello. What's sizzling ham? Nothing much. Me. I was down in the south for the last week, and oh my god, it was like a scorching heat. It was so hot. It was so hot. So I think I'm still sizzling from the trip. But how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ah, we have artillery now. Nice. So now we can go straight for urban planning after line infantry. Now we do need to increase army power projection. Although, you know, we got 28 months until line infantry. This will go up once we upgrade people to line infantry, so we don't necessarily need to build more troops at the moment. Oh, our ruler died. And our new one, poor guy, he takes over at 74. So Caliph Abu Bakr Etiku Dan Fodio. What do we get from this guy? So we get plus 10% authority. I think we were getting that with the last guy. We get 5% prestige. We lose 5 legitimacy because he's arrogant. Alright. And there's no heir yet, so we'll get one eventually, because this guy's 74 and is about to... gonna kick the bucket anytime soon now. Oh, we're from Seattle. It's sizzling for us all year round. Wait, is that true? I didn't know that about Seattle. I thought Seattle would be like kind of chilly since it's always like overcast and rainy. Play Finland and learn their mythical ways of Sisu. I should do. I mean, maybe, you know, next time we come back around to doing a run in Europe, maybe Finland is the way. That would actually be kind of fun. Never thought about it. The only European runs I've done on stream so far have all been in the Balkans, so we do want to get farther away from there. We'll do a Finland run. All right, we got that first arms industry. Yeah, so now let's tariff imports so that we can make this ourselves. I probably should have put a higher tariff. Oh, Southeast Asia, sorry. No, I'm sorry. What a US-centric way to have read that. Yeah, because SEA is like, whenever you watch any American sports, that's the abbreviation for the city of Seattle. Ah, yes, Southeast Asia. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Well, stay frosty, my friend, as much as you can. I mean, Finland may even get some new content in the next DLC. Oh, yes! No, you are absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. They're definitely gonna get some content when that Russia DLC comes out. Ooh, yeah, maybe that's the Russia run. I've been thinking, like, a Krakow run might be the way when the next Russia DLC comes out. But I guess we'll see when the dev diaries come out what they say. Because, yeah, maybe a Finland run is the way to go. I'm excited for that one, to see what... I feel like there's going to be a lot of small countries that'll get some content from it. Alright. This budget is doing quite well. You know, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. I built this construction sector here. I didn't want to do that. The reason why I started building them here is because I can keep these guys on wooden frame buildings. And then when we get urban planning, switch this to iron frame. But the more construction sectors we have, the more iron I'm going to have to build there. I'm actually going to downgrade this one. And we're going to build 2 more here. Yeah, I'm amazed that America always are world champion in baseball. You know, but it's even worse when we say a team is a world champion in American football. At least there are a couple other countries that play baseball. It's even more ridiculous when there's like one of the NFL teams are world champions. The only people who play American football are the United States and Canada. And in Canada, I don't, as far as I know, I don't think many people care all that much about it. All right. How many universities do we have going? Okay, we got one going around in quite a few places. How are we on paper? We really need to build some textiles. Where do we have silk and dyes? Oh, we got dye like everywhere. Oh, why did I think we had silk? All right. Because I wanna spread out some industries here. Yeah, look at that. We already have one going here. Two. So let's build two here. Yeah, Japan are huge baseball fans. Yeah. As far as I know, I mean, I'm not a baseball fan, but baseball in the world is like the United States and Japan, right? I know it's very big in the Dominican Republic. I think Cuba as well. I don't really know where else baseball is big. I think Korea. I think South Korea plays it. I don't know how big it is there. I know about like baseball the game, like the rules of the game and stuff like that. I don't really know anything about players or teams that much. Oh, yeah, being able to pause individual groups of construction was a great addition. Yeah. I haven't played with that yet. I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, since that came out while I was away. Yeah, that's going to be a big help. Be interested to see the situations where I start using that. Oh yeah, look at that private queue. Building the damn opium plantations again. Yep. Yeah, how much opium do we have in the market? Oh, we don't have any built. We don't have any demand. Game finish 1-1, America wins. Yeah. Usually how that goes. When you're the only one playing, you always win. Have you experimented? Does it stop wages too? I haven't experimented with it yet. I feel like it doesn't stop wages because if you pause before this, if you just paused all construction, it still didn't get rid of the wages because the building is still hired. It's just not buying any input goods. So I think you'll still be paying the wages. Yeah, I suppose we could check it right now. So we're paying 300 in wages here. Oh no, that's good, sorry. So we're paying 593 in wages for construction now. So if we pause this one, let's let the week run. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, you would still be paying the wages. You're just not paying the input goods, but you still have the wages over here. A mine in Nigeria has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Nigeria and the nation. Well, none of the interest groups on here. They're all marginalized. So we'll piss off the upper strata. I'm currently doing some research to see if the nitroglycerin and dynamite PMs in mines, at least in iron mines, are a scam. Takes 800 cost to build explosives, yields little iron, uses up government goods. Yeah, this is true. I guess that would be interesting to find out. I think the other thing to keep in mind with that, though, is sometimes it's also beneficial in the sense that if you don't have a lot of workers left, like, you'll get more iron compared to only needing 250 more workers. Like, I'm currently doing an offline Serbia run, and I have, like, I've de-peasanted, and I'm hurting for people. So, like, despite the PM not being as cost-effective, it's very helpful in the sense that it'll get me more iron for very little employment. But yeah, the cost-effectiveness would be interesting to find a little bit more about. All right, 17. Oh, we can rearrange the government now, right? Oh man, I hate it when I do that. Yeah, we can rearrange the government now. So let's get... Yeah, I can't do that. Let's get the intelligentsia in there. We can get off of that. Ooh, we can't... Wait, what? Who's our intelligentsia? Who's leading our intelligentsia? Oh. An authoritarian. Wonderful. That's so helpful. Well, oh, intensive agriculture, very nice. We get private schools going, which I'd like to get onto a schooling law. We could start going for slavery banned. Oh, yeah, we're still in serfdom. We're still in serfdom. This would be the path of least resistance. The landowners are still pretty powerful. We could go to tenant farmers. We don't really need a lot of internal migration for peasants at the moment because we've got peasants everywhere. Let's go to tenant farmers to start. Well, I guess the thing is let's go for peasant proprietorship. If it fails, then we'll just go to tenant farmers. Oh, man. If we could just get them 3 more points of happiness, or 3 more points of amenability. What's this timed modifier? Oh, existing promises. Wait, what existing promise? So, if we can get those 3 points... then we can cut down the costs of what they're going to ask for. We can't upgrade to line infantry just yet. Oh, you know what we might be able to do? Ah, we've already got high military wages. Okay. Alright, fine. Let's just add, like, 5 more of these guys. Because we're so close. And then we can negotiate this. If you're at the point where you can run out of peasants, you don't care about construction sectors or income for construction that much anymore. No, but I mean, you still need the cost of iron to go down for other things. And also the cost of your construction will go down as well. So it is helpful for that, because the resources themselves, the more affordable they are, the more profitable the urban buildings will be. So in that sense, it's helpful. It's true, though, yeah, you don't need more iron to expand the construction yet. Although, in this Serbia run I'm talking about, I'm still a subject of the Ottomans, and so my private sector's going crazy, building everywhere but in Serbia. Let's just finish this off already. Yeah, we've got quite a bit in the pool here. Let's add one more in the capital. Could also just lower taxes even more. Aw, damn it. Oh, from deceived. Oh, 5 more years on that? Alright. Alright, let's go back to just doing this. It's not gonna help. And we'll just negotiate with them as is like this. Oh, what is happening? You know, sometimes I think sometimes my problem in this game is I'm just a little too impatient. Alright, we're gonna go back to the original plan. I thought we lost it, but we didn't. I know what I'm doing in this game. Right? Right? No. Alright. Hey, we're getting furniture. Thank you. Very wealthy investment pool. So if we can get off of serfdom, and if we can get peasant proprietorship, we might be able to get the rural folk unmarginalized. And then we could go for agrarianism. You better. I've been watching your tutorials all this time. Yeah. Oh, man. You know, I had to laugh. There was... this is like a couple months ago. I forget what it was. There was some little mechanic I was trying to look up. I was looking up. I forget which one it was. But I was just like, I just Googled it real quick. And one of the top results that came back was one of my own videos. I was like, oh... Whoops. So I just loaded up the script from that video and just did a find in it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that was. When a foreign company have built almost all farmland for silk, is that when you go and nationalize them so your nation can grow its damn own food? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, if a foreign company is taking up all your arable land. Yeah, I do think, though, at some point in the game, it's best to be importing more of, like, your, like, grain and stuff like that, and you're building the food industries so that you're not locking up your pops in lower-paying agricultural jobs. But it kind of depends on the country you are and where you are in the run before you start doing something like that. The landowners refuse to give up their serfs without adequate compensation. Their significant political influence makes this a difficult demand to refuse. Yeah. The landowners will cease opposing peasant proprietorship, though. They'll basically get rid of the entire stall chance if we do that. Or individual redemption payments. Yeah, see, I would rather not have this. I don't usually take this. I might take this now. And then we might be able to get rid of this amendment. It'll expire after like 50 years. Yeah, we'll do this. Wait. I see, though, that did nothing for me. Did I read that wrong? Yeah, that did a whole hell of a lot of nothing. I swear, it said that the landowners would stop opposing, right? Am I crazy? Which was your favorite run ever? Oh, like of the ones I streamed? Ooh, that's a tough one. You know, I did one as Transvaal, back when Transvaal existed. That was a very fun one. I have to say, I really enjoyed the Australia one we just did. I'm trying to think now, the ones that we've done. What was my favorite, though? I feel like I remember really enjoying the Central America one. I would probably say that Transvaal run that I did. I think I probably enjoyed that one quite a bit. And then maybe that Australia one that we just did. I don't know what I'm doing is either the funniest or most infuriating realization in a video game. No in between. Yeah. I think it's simultaneously both funny and infuriating. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. I feel like if you've never thought that about a Paradox game, you haven't played the game long enough yet. What made you start making Vicky 3 videos? I kind of just wanted the... It kind of just started with the challenge of it. Like, oh, it'd be cool to try this. You know? So I made one about... The very first video I ever made was how to play as a small nation. Oh, and actually, yeah. I remember at the time... Because I enjoyed playing as small nations, and I was looking up I had looked up a bunch of guides when I was learning how to play the game, and there were a lot of playthroughs, but I found they were all with, like, larger powers. There was never anything with, like, a small nation, at least at the time. Or at least not a lot of them. And so I thought, you know, I'll make a video about this, because I don't think there's a lot of content out there about how to play as a small nation. And then in the process of making the video, I was like, ah, yes, there we go. I was like, you know, that was a lot of fun. Ah, yes, there we go. Now we're up at 52. Yeah, so that's kind of what made me do it. I was like, oh, I really enjoyed making that video. So then I just kept going. After several rounds of terse correspondence, the Sunni ulema have met with the Cal's representatives and outlined their demands. Government expenses. Yeah, concessions. I mean, we saved ourselves 50 in the authority costs by doing what we just did. Or raise standard of living to 9. So, like, raise it by 1.9. Let's do that. I think we can do that. Once we start getting off of serfdom and things like that. There we go. Oh, alright though. We are at the hour mark, and so we're about to get hit by ads. So we do have to pay homage to the gods of ads here. And take a quick break so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So, we're going to take 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. And we're back. Let me see what I missed here. I just finished a Cuba run. Oh, got to #1 GDP. Congrats. And lost it again because I built up, oh, the US GDP with foreign investment. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Got the sugar achievement as well. Very nice. Next will be a run with no foreign investment. Just max my own GDP. With 100% ownership. Ah, very nice. Yeah, Cuba's a fun one. You know, I forgot I did a Cuba stream. That was a fun one, too. Cuba's a fun country to play, especially after Iberian Twilight. It said negative 120% sounds like a paradox bug. Whoa. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. You mean, in my thing here. Yeah, it said negative 128%. Yeah, I think that was bugged because it did absolutely nothing. I guess maybe I'll have to look into that. The purchasing emancipation event doesn't tell you if you go homesteading, you need to pick purchase, own emancipation. State redemption only works for tenant farmers. Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Hmm. Well, damn, and now we're gonna have that amendment on here. That's a bummer. Good to know, though. I didn't know that. Also, Peru and Bolivia are fighting over something. What? Never. Look at that. Was independent Romania don't want to lose food access if the Ottomans want war. Oh, yeah. I know what I'm doing. Or just a big cope. Yeah. Yeah, right. It's more you trying to convince yourself. I know what I'm doing. Right? Right? I know what I'm doing. And then you finally reach the next level of Paradox Gaming, where you just embrace the chaos. Alright. Far along are we here? Well, now the success stall chance looks a little bit better to deal with. I suppose the stupid state redemption payments thing, we can always try to get rid of it after 5 years. So we'll do that. Ah, this is incorporated now. Ah, so look at this. Okay, we can finally get this thing done. I don't know what this thing gives me. Suppose we'll see. Usman Danfodio, the ever-officious leader of the intelligentsia, has approached the government with a plan to enact legacy slavery. Successful enactment is certain to contribute to his reputation as an effective politician. Actually, I wouldn't mind going to racial segregation instead, as opposed to subjecthood. So we'll promise this. Radicals in Nigeria seem to be getting support from discriminated Ibibio citizens within the state. Yeah, we'll take this. The armed forces are marginalized anyway. Although when we upgrade to line infantry, they're probably going to be unmarginalized. But we'll do that for now. Peru, Bolivia, France, Great Britain, USA, Mexico. Name a more iconic duo. Yeah. Just going at it for all of eternity. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of peasant proprietorship have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. We will take this so that we don't lose success chance. Hey, Phyllis, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? I appreciate the follow. Hi, hello. I'm good. You? I'm doing good. So far, well, I'm doing good right now. Let's knock on wood here. All hell can break loose at any moment. All right, so we've got 2 levels of, of arms industry. So in 5 months, we'll be able to really utilize it. I should add some artillery now, because we have an artillery foundry that, and no real demand for it. So we'll start with about 10 here. I see you playing Sokoto. Do you allow some role play? Yeah, I don't really have a specific goal for this run. It's what I like to just call a be awesome run, where you're just trying to be the best Sokoto you can be. I'm mainly meaning I'm not basing this run around any specific achievement or anything like that. The stages of playing a paradox game: frustration, bargaining, acceptance. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a good way to put it. Frustration, when you first open the game and you see a UI that you don't understand anything about. Yeah. Bargaining. Like, okay. I'll let this aspect of the game go to shit. But I'll be good at this one thing. And that means something, right? And then acceptance. I know nothing. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit more of a navy here. We got 4 more ships. Let me remind myself what our naval was. Yeah, oh no, we're still on diplomatic fleet. Oh, wait. Oh, they changed the order of this. Merchant Navy used to be at the top here, right? And diplomatic fleet used to be at the bottom. And June Cole was second, and Capital Fleet was third. Interesting. I wonder why they changed that. All right. Yeah, so we're on diplomatic fleet. I thought we had changed it. So we get construction efficiency with these cruisers. Lost stalled. Damn it. It's a full cycle over and over again. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The frustration will always return at some point. And thus begins the cycle. Let's take a look at the ships we're building. I don't think I modified these ships at all, right? Oh, I did. Alright, so what type of modifications did I create? Yeah, just that. Right, so we don't actually have engines yet. I would like to go to the second propulsion at some point. We can add some armor to them. Artillery input, hull attack damage, but it's money we'll be paying for something we don't really need. We're not, at the moment, we're not really building a fleet to attack people. We just want involvement. Which is why really what I want is the propulsion. So we won't modify these. Oops, no. Now, it would be good to have, like, one capital ship, at least. Yeah, we could do this stuff. Don't really need it, though. So let's create that template. And for now, we'll add 1. And then we'll see what that gives us. Oh, now I could, and I should. Yeah, I forget about piracy. You know what? I forgot about piracy. Yeah, let's give them a little bit more armor. Ah, line infantry. Excellent. Alright, so let's no. I want to upgrade this template. And now retrofit them. That's mode, Navy laws. Also, can I see political factions? When I say roleplay, I mean flowing through the game. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Well, I guess I don't really have... Here's the political setup we have. Ugh, man. Yeah, I don't really have a set path I've right now that I'm going to go through with the game. I'm just kind of going. Yeah, we're going to get a reset here. You were building a fleet... fleet friendships. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm building a fleet to make friendships. Fleet friendships. I like that. Let's get rid of this one. Yeah, legislative failures. Bring ourselves back to 23%. And then I'd like to change that modification. That both. We'll add one of them, and we can so that we can make it our flagship. Peasant proprietorship is not happening. I still think it's possible. I've passed laws with worse. Well, maybe not worse, but similar. You never know. But yeah, I mean, it's very it's very possible. Very likely it's not happening. But if it doesn't happen, we'll go to tenant farmers. And actually, if it doesn't pass here, then we'll get rid of the state redemption payments on this one and use it on tenant farmers. All right. So now... Oh, we are moving along on urban planning. Ooh, we're gonna need, like... a lot more of these. So, before we build those barracks... we're gonna finish the textile mill. Then we're gonna put the iron, so that we can move Nigeria to iron frame buildings. Interesting combination, intelligentsia and church. You could probably do at church, public hospitals, and schools. Yeah, yeah. We can get to private schools at the moment. But we really do need to get... we have a chance to get off of serfdom because of the intelligentsia, which we need. And then we really need to get off of traditionalism. Because someone in the legislature farts, which causes everyone to suddenly agree the law is shit. Yeah, I know. And that's how the real world works as well. At least it seems like that in the United States right now. One person hits the floor of Congress and farts out of their mouth, and now all hell's broken loose. Alright, so we advance a consideration. Great Britain's doing Britain things here. This poor mosque. Someday you'll be built. I promise. Alright, so we have a pretty good budget right now and a pretty good reserves for when we switch to iron frame buildings in like 6 to 10 weeks. I do want to build these, at least 3 of these iron mines before we switch over though. Yeah, passing laws with 2 strikes from the first stage is always a breathtaker. I know. I know. That's why law passing sometimes in this game is quite an experience. I've had that happen before where I'm in the introduction phase, I have 2 setbacks and somehow the law passes. And then I've also had the opposite happen where I'm like in the adoption phase with no setbacks and somehow fail the law enactment. Like, you never know. You never know. Everyone has priorities, and economy is more important, yes? Yeah, economy and I would say standard of living. I do care quite a bit about standard of living, despite what my standard of living is right now. But those two kind of go hand in hand. For the most part. Not always, but... Okay. Yeah, Britain is taking one of the French Algerian states, so France will either have to fight World War Zero or get raided for the entire game. I know, it pains me to see that. It's probably going to be first order of business once we get a border with Algeria. We're freeing Algeria. Get this whole area free. That's the dream. Maybe that's the role play I'm going for in the late game. All right. We have urban planning. So maybe at least when we... Okay, so if we can get... We have one iron mine right now. Oh, and it's subsidized. We probably don't need to do that, especially... I'll take it off once we switch to iron frame buildings. We have one. So when we finish 2 of them and we have 3 iron mines, then I'll switch over to iron frame buildings. And then we'll go from there. Seoul has a clear trend downwards. Yeah, yeah. Because we have so many peasants at the moment. We'll have to work on that. Hey, Outer Signal! What's up, my friend? What is up? Welcome back. Super happy to catch the Sokoto stream finally. Yes! Good to have you, my friend. Hey, I hope the family trip went well. Yes, it did, it did. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. How are you doing? A court clash over peasant proprietorship erupts between a few families. The early bird homesteaders each claim the same land in Sokoto, South Cameroon. The dispute has called the legislation into question. So we get expenses and lose enactment speed. We lose enactment speed. Rural folk become less happy, but they're marginalized right now anyway. Yeah, I guess we'll just take this then. Freeing Algeria equals putting it under new management, no? I know, that's a tough one. I always, as an Algerian, I always want Algeria to be free in the game. So, I guess we'll see how I'm feeling when we get to that. New management or actual freedom? We might need to have it under management. Oh no, worst timing for YouTube to play an ad. Google. I'm good, my brother. Also had a bunch of family in town recently. Oh, nice, nice. Awesome. Always nice when that can happen. It's always nice when a bunch of family comes to town, and it's always nice when a bunch of family goes back home. It's nice to see everybody, and then it's nice to have some peace and quiet again. Yes, that's roleplay, protecting African interests. Also, are you doing for isolationist Africa or moderate one? Well, definitely not isolationist. I mean, every time I do a run in Africa, I have the grand dream of pushing all of Europe out of Africa. But that's quite an endeavor. So, I'll take pushing Europe out of just West Africa. But we'll see. I gotta get iron frame buildings first. Alright, so when this one is done, we'll switch over. Clothing is a little bit more affordable now. Congo. Yeah, I mean, we're colonizing down that way. I mean, also when I say keeping everything free, that also means me taking the land. But eventually we'll get down there. A railway here. How are we on infrastructure in general? Yeah. Ooh. We have quite a few starving pops. Now, why would that be? That's interesting that things are so expensive here. What is, yeah, our mappy is 60%. Alright, we're doing law enforcement right now. Ah. Oh! Oh, did somebody die? Yep. And we did not have an heir. I believe we didn't. That's why we get this event. The title of Caliph has passed to Tukur Dan Fodio, who has yet to reach, oh, the age of majority. Yeah. Oh, so we did have an heir. The task of assembling a regency has fallen to the sitting government. How old? 3. Oh, boy. So we're going to have this for quite a while. So the regent could be part of the Sunni ulema, or part of the landowners, or the why? The authoritarian intelligentsia. So this guy's a traditionalist, this guy's a slaver, this guy's an authoritarian. We might do this one. Yeah, we lose legitimacy and enactment speed. Alright. Well, so now we have... Yeah, look at that. So we'll do this, we'll say in a contested government. Maybe an anti-slave war as well. Yeah, that's true too. We could also do that. At least end slavery on the continent. Oh, wait. I was dumb there. Was the Sunni ulema giving us... I forgot I negotiated. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god. That was a stupid thing to do. See, that's what I mean by sometimes I'm like, do I know how to play this game? Do I, though? Well, we won't get a setback, at least, then, from that setback. Yep, new management, access to market, intelligentsia, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I didn't get to set, so we'll do stock exchange next. We do need to catch up on some of this stuff. This is incredible to watch, by the way. Though my ancestors hail from northeast Nigeria, and you're dominated with the northwest. Yeah, I was gonna ask that. I thought that you were you're Nigerian, right? So I was like, I've been meaning to ask you, like, hey, this is your run. I want to do you proud. But your ancestors from northeast Nigeria. Well, yeah, we've dominated with the northwest, but we're gonna try to just Take everything we can. Oh, actually, that reminds me. In terms of what we're going to research next. Yeah, if we can get down to quinine and increase the colonial affairs institution. Now, where are we on production here? Actually, yes. So we're doing tech spread on paddle steamer. So we really need to get down to general staff. So we're going to do this because we're reaching the point where we might start getting messed with by some European powers. So we need to be ready for that. Oh, and it is time to upgrade to line infantry. Oh, and we don't have a general here. Slaver. Hey, a moderate. Defense in elevated terrain doesn't do much for us at home. Psychological affliction. Ooh, open terrain. That'd be a good one to have. Ooh, kidney stones. Definitely don't want this guy. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go with the slaver on this one. Al Hassan Dantata. Go with you. And then we'll upgrade these guys as well. And then we'll see where that puts us in terms of our small arms. Yeah, so this should start hiring up at some point. Now in 2 weeks, yes, in 2 weeks we're going to switch over. The choice between those region ideologies is like distress versus misery. I know, right? Like, I had no good option. Like, wow. Thanks for that role. I guess I could have tried. Well, no. I mean, getting a new leader of the intelligentsia, I don't really have access to anybody. So I couldn't have even tried to get a better intelligentsia person. So that kind of sucked. You can lower landowner clout. Yeah, that's kind of what we're working towards now, because they're pretty high up there. You're making me very proud. Ah, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm glad. Because we're off to an interesting start here. It's already 1859, so... Oof. Yeah, peasant proprietorship. I think Mu Lambda Theta was right. We're kind of cooked on that one. Through the widespread introduction of the atmospheric engine in the mining industry, productivity is at an all-time high. Yeah, we'll take tech spread on a water tube boiler any day. Well, I'll tell you when... If this fails, we're going to kick the Sunni out. So that we can stop getting all these radicals. Legislative failures. We'll see. Do you, though? Maybe you should watch some tutorials. I hear this guy Hamcuts make some banger ones. Maybe I should. Maybe I should rewatch some of my own tutorials. Be like, what the hell am I doing? I don't even know anymore. I think the civilization is listed as Bornu in the game. Oh, interesting. Let's see. I thought there's a Bornu culture, right? No? Oh, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's a state. Oh, it's one of my states. Look at that. Yeah. why I thought it was a culture. What was I thinking of? A storage tank full to the brim with molasses intended for rum distillation has burst, flooding the streets of Sokoto's commercial center, killing dozens and injuring hundreds of bystanders. Yeah, we'll take the hit to food industry's throughput, because we don't need it as much right now. Battle steamer, excellent, excellent. Oh, sorry for the misspellings. No, not at all. No need to apologize. Not on this stream. I say that as if there is a stream where you should apologize for. I don't know what I'm saying. No need to apologize. With authority. Oh, you mean lowering landowner clout? Well, no, you can't suppress interest groups anymore, so it won't do anything to them. Or you can't do anything to them that way. No, I mean, their clout is pretty high right now because we have laws like serfdom, local police force, traditionalism gives them extra clout as well. So we just need to start working through some laws. As their clout goes down, we'll start to get other interest groups here. What is a little annoying, though, is that it also would be helpful to be able to sell some of these buildings to the private sector. That will empower the industrialists, but we're not really selling all that much. Landowners are coping and seething. Yeah, I know, right? They're always angry. How can you have all the power and be so angry? Oh, what am I doing? I didn't actually do what I said I was going to do. All right. So let's go to iron frame buildings. Specifically in Nigeria. If you kick out the radicals, you're on a better path than real-life Nigeria. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, but even right now, it does not look like it, though. A lot of red, not a lot of green. That's okay. We'll get there. Kanuri is the culture. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Where do we have them? Kanuri, here we go. Ah, yes. Yeah, there you go. Like you said, mainly up in Bornu. Then we have some in outer Hausaland. Well, they're all mainly accepted. Ooh, okay, we now share border with the French. Yeah, we're colonizing all we can. Yep, I forgot about it. But can't you, like, lower clout on slave movement and other things? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So we're lowering clout on the absolutist movement and the pro-slavery movement. You know, we could, now that we're on iron frame buildings, we could probably use a consumption tax. We'll tax tobacco. Oh, actually, we will not tax tobacco. And we'll put taxes to medium. Change, bah humbug. We don't want any of that. Landowners probably. Yeah, that's like the gist in every Paradox game. The lords slash landowners slash nobility. We don't want change. And I was lying. We are gonna tax tobacco. The Sokoto French Society has offered us an opportunity to establish a foreign investment rights agreement with the French Republic. The lobby has offered to use their connections to smooth the negotiating process. No, we don't want that. We don't need this opportunity to give France investment rights in us, and I don't want investment rights in them. I want our private sector building only here. A series of perceived poor decisions by the animist rights movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. I mean, honestly, I'll take loyalists wherever I can get some right now. I struggle so much with radicals. I've done so good keeping taxes in the middle this run, and yet I still struggle to pass so many laws due to people angry. Yeah, with the cost of living. Yeah, I think also, I mean, that's mainly what it is, right? Like the cost of living, the standard of living here. Something I personally, I need to get better at. We're having drought all over the place. I sometimes don't focus enough on these staple goods, especially at the beginning. Oh, goodbye peasant proprietorship. There we go. I need to get into my general play pattern, getting better at building these things early on. Actually, maybe we'll work on that a little bit after we build these barracks. Also, why must it be so friggin' hard to move away from a monarchy? Yeah. I know. I guess it is a little bit easier if you're playing in Europe because you have Springtime of the Peoples to help you. But when you play outside of Europe, or like anywhere that doesn't get affected by Springtime of the Peoples, it's a struggle. Alright. So we can go tenant farmers. You know, I guess we will keep the Sunni Ulema in there because we can negotiate with them. Oh no, but we can't. Yeah, because we already have a commitment with them. Alright, so let's kick them out. Get ourselves to a contested government. And now we'll go for tenant farmers. And I say it again, stop fighting radicals, embrace the chaos. Yeah. Right? In this game, that's the French way. Because of the, what is it, Voice of the People DLC. When you play as France, you just gotta embrace the radicals. We're basically embracing the radicals now. Still not as bad as that Japan run I did. Alright, so... Oh, you know, we also have to, pin the new construction goods. Oof, yeah, and we gotta start looking at tools. What are tools in Nigeria? Minus 58. Alright. Let's get one more tooling workshop in here. Yeah, because tools are a little expensive at the moment. Oh, so's fabric here. Oh, I never, Alright, yeah, let's get one of these too. Oh, hey! Lemonado, hello, hello! And thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, very, very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. How you doing? Yep, when it comes to West Africa, don't trust the French. Yeah, I love France and French people otherwise. Yeah, yeah. I know, that's why at the beginning I was like, who am I going to befriend, Great Britain or France? Great Britain does Great Britain things over here too, but I feel like in every run, this is like all blue right here. I suppose I really should be befriending Russia. I really don't want this power block embassy, though, because they're going to subjugate us. Are there any goods they would like? This is going to cost us some merchant marines, though. There's something they want to sell to us. Fabric. That's something we do not need. Logging. No. Yeah. The power block embassy. Well, hold on. I wonder if we can play them against each other. What do these guys want? You know, we could start selling them opium. Oh, you know, we could just buy some fancy clothes off them. All right. How much opium could we sell these guys? So like 34 units. How's our opium plantation? Because I know we have one. So if we built 2 more, we could potentially sell them. Are we exporting any of them? No. Oh, but we're importing 10. Yeah, we're gonna build 2 more of these. When we're done with that, we should have enough to fulfill the demand in Austria. We'll sell opium to Austria. The idea here is, if we can get a power block embassy from them, then we can take a power block embassy from Russia, and that will hopefully, like, counterbalance the amount of leverage any one of them has. A clash of thought has erupted in House of Land. Rural firebrands have criticized the tenant farmers' laws for supporting a master-servant relationship with landowners. Oh, no, I thought this was going to be the amendment. Okay, so we'll take the same thing. The rural folk can be mad while being marginalized. Oof. Yeah, not looking great, though. Radicalism is actually reasonably low, 15%. Oh, yeah, that's true. You know, I guess I always forget. You got to look at the total population in comparison. Yeah, that's a great point. Makes me feel a little bit better. Also, significant factor in radical generation and reduction is legitimacy. Yeah, low legitimacy. Yeah, I know. That's why I kicked the Sunni out, because we were sitting on unstable government for a long time. This way we're not going to gain any from those political movements. Building staple food, yeah, so not to get corn laws. That's actually a great reminder. Where are we? All right, we're at +1, so we're pretty good right now. Yeah. Got too much to build right now. Change police law. That's, I think, first lowering landowner power. Yep, it will. Well, there's a lot of things that will right now. Right now we're on serfdom. So it's giving them plus 25% political strength. So we definitely want to get off of that, because that will also let us get off of traditionalism. There's a number of laws, all in total. The laws that will lower landowner strength right now is getting off of serfdom, getting off of local police force, getting off of slave trade, and getting off of traditionalism. Even though it's not directly lowering landowner strength, it does empower aristocrats a little bit more. Okay. To outside observers, the landowners may appear firmly committed to the idea of tenant farmers, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. Man, yeah, we'll take the setback to get the plus 5%. In the next event, we'll probably get the second setback to get to the plus 10. But we'll see. For France, I saw a strategy where someone was able to make a rural folk leader, Bonapartist, trigger divided monarchist immediately for universal suffrage to get hyper rural folk pro-Bonapartist. Whoa. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's been some time since I've done a run in France. I have to take a look at it. Your Japan didn't have any radicals, because how can anyone be if everyone else a radical as well? That's true. That's true. There wasn't a single loyalist in the country. I love it too in those moments when you see loyalists, one. Like they're literally simulating one person in the country is loyal to you. If I don't look at the screen when Russia is in view, that thing in the northwest never happened. Yeah. It's a good adage to live by right there. If you don't look at the event and it falls in the woods, did it ever happen? Yeah, the classic, if everyone has leverage, no one has leverage. Exactly. That's what we're going with. Oh, did somebody build us a railway? Yep. Yeah, we do really need to... There's so many things we got to get to. Well, we're at 40 construction points. It's actually not so terrible. Let's build one more in Nigeria here. Rubber has been successfully grown in the Gold Coast. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult-to-meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. Yeah, look at this. We'll take all that. Oh, hey, AJ Buwalda. Hello, hello. Are we repelling the European scourge? Yeah. Well, not yet, but we're preparing to, because We're upgrading our military. Yes, we're at line infantry here. And we're at line infantry here. So now let's do it in the cavalry. Law setback, okay. Oof. Yeah, we need a lot more arms. You know what? Let's not upgrade all these guys just yet. Yeah, we could use rifling. Start slow. Yeah. Well, we are... In 5 years, we'll be in the mid-game, so... I gotta get going here. Hey, reverse ham cuts. What's up? What's up? I hate group work. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? That someone sounds like something Connor would do. Oh, yeah, that's true. That does kind of sound like a strategy he would have. 100k radicals and not a single loyalist. Not even the wife. Yeah. Even your wife and kids are like, not voting for you. Oh, hey, just 24. What's up? What's up? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Are you a player? Because you look like one. Always. Always. Always playing the game. When life is the game, you are always playing. Doesn't that sound deep? That sound insightful? Without actually saying anything at all. We also need a naval admin. We'll add one. So as not to go nuts. Alright, I think I'm finally just gonna get this mosque finished. After this naval admin. I can't believe we're hurting for fabric so much. Ah, law enforcement. Excellent. We can now go to dedicated police force. Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why we weren't changing the policing law. We couldn't. We didn't have the tech for it. The wife has her own eyes on the throne. That's true. Hey, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. To be fair, I wouldn't vote for me. Yeah. Yeah, if I was... Yeah, I was the same. If I somehow got roped into being a candidate in an election, I'd vote against myself so that I don't get the job. I don't need that headache. Did you see the dev blog? I did. On the AI. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right? I am very much looking forward to it. And now we're probably going to be getting dev diaries weekly now as we lead up to the release, so that's going to be fun. Also, in a couple weeks, there's going to be an open beta, so that'll be interesting to test out. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of tenant farmers by Abdullah Agalawa has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the landowners. You know, now that I think about it, well, let me focus on this for a second. Who is this guy? Oh yeah, let's have this guy lose popularity. So the way I want, oh man, oh yeah, we're gonna lose tenant farmers. That's fine. We can chip away at the landowners in other ways. Oh, you know, okay, I really do need to go for racial segregation next. The way, now that I think about it, the way that I have my schedule going now, Tuesdays are for Victoria 3, Thursdays are like a variety Paradox day, where I specifically play other Paradox games. Maybe, when we're done with, we'll finish the, Surviving Mars run by the time the beta comes out for the AI update. And so then maybe on Thursdays I'll do like a small run. Small run meaning we might not finish the whole thing, but just do the test the open beta out on Thursdays. Because I don't think we'll do the open beta for this run. Because it would probably, I imagine it would break it. All right, now we can go for dedicated police force. So let's do it. Oh, we have the armed forces in now. Or we don't, never mind. Actually, you know what would be an interesting thing to do? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we're just going to have to stick to it like this. I am totally out of the loop since the boat update. Oh, yeah. So they just... Well, actually, so just last week, they released a dev diary about the new update. So next month, there's going to be the update 1.14. And it's going to be dedicated to fixing the AI in the game. And not just for boats, but just kind of a big sweeping AI fix. And so they did the first dev diary about one of the things they're going to be fixing up. So it looks pretty exciting. And, oh yeah, and that there's going to be an open beta. Let me look up when that open beta is releasing again. September 1st. September 1st, yeah. So that's next week, right? Oh, that's in exactly 1 week from today. Look at that. That's going to be fun. Oh, oops. I totally lost track of time. We are at the 2-hour mark. We're about to get hit by ads. All right. Luckily, I caught it before the gods of ads got pissed at us. All right. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So we're going to take 90 seconds, and then we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, Let me catch up on chat here. I'm always forgetting how it is hard to develop these African or Asian nations. Yeah, it takes ages to get off of slavery and guilds. Yeah, right. I haven't done a run in Africa in a little bit, so I'm now in real time being reminded of it. Have been playing Oh, Quasimorphs. What is that one? I don't know that game. Hey, Voxchill. Hello, hello. How are you? That's one of the things I love about Paradox games is that they keep getting worked on. Yeah, the reward for sustaining them with DLCs, I suppose. Yeah, I love that too about the games. I love the. I know a lot of people complain about the DLC model, but to be honest, it's kind of cool how much the game changes. I guess like when I was a kid, you know, like when I bought Civilization, that was just the game you had for like the next, I don't know, 6-7 years. So the fact that the game can change regularly is kind of cool. Boost Industrialists indirectly. Also, do you do mega campaigns? I haven't ever done a mega campaign. No, I'd like to do one. I've never actually sat down and done it. To be honest, I've never. I love Crusader Kings 3. I love it a lot. I've never reached the end date in Crusader Kings 3, so if I do a mega campaign, that would be a first for me. I like. Oh yeah. One of the things you like about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that means the beta starts the day I come back from AEW All In Wembley Stadium. Gonna be a good holiday. Oh, nice. Oh, interesting. Is AEW doing something in Wembley? That's kind of cool. Yeah. Gonna be a very good holiday. Yeah, you can dive right into that. I will be here for it, just to let you know. Nice. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the... It's not that often that they do an open beta for Victoria 3. So it'll be interesting to test some stuff out. I'm really excited for the stuff they talked about in the dev diary last week, where in wars, you're going to be able to take a war goal during the war. That'll be interesting. And then getting a country's war support to 0 doesn't end the war. The country has to actually concede the war, but they get a bunch of penalties the longer they go and not conceding. But you can still take the war goals. I think that's going to be a very cool change. A railroad accident in House of Land only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's... Oh, man. Due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer, who perished in the crash, only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Alright, we'll take that one. We got legislative failures. So we'll finish these barracks. We're probably, you know, I said I was going to go to... I keep forgetting to go to racial segregation. The limited political resources of the intelligentsia have made the group's leadership question its membership in both the Anti-Dutch League and the Sokoto French Society. Oh, interesting. Which group are we actually... Let's get them out of the Sokoto French Society, because we're probably going to come to blows with them at some point. And honestly... Oh no, we don't have any Dutch near us. Oh, Britain, look at this. How much they are colonizing. It's killing me. We could go to war with Denmark, though. Actually, let's think about it. So they have a defensive pact with the Netherlands. If we go to war with the Netherlands, the Anti-Dutch League here would be happy. They have 14 ships. Oh, God, come on. I hate it when I can't get the damn tooltip. Thank you. How many troops can they transport? Yeah, not a lot. You know, maybe... The only problem is... we'd have to naval invade Danish Niger, which we could do. And if the Dutch join in, we could take that. Let's take a save. I think we're going to go to war with Denmark here. Oh, come on. A fellow AEW fan. This is the first AEW All-In London. I am not at in person. Oh, interesting. Actually have the achievement for end date in both CK3 and EU4. True masochism. Wow, yeah, that's impressive. Because that's a lot of gameplay right there. A lot of gameplay. Congrats on that one. Southeast looks like Chinese coast. Where's that? You know, too, I could see if I could get rid of their... Actually, can we stake colonial claims anywhere? Yeah, I want to stop the British. Wait, where's Kong and Kong Volta? So this is Kong Volta. Oh, and over here. It's gonna give us some infamy. Yeah, I think we might stake these claims. We'll do it here first, so that Britain can't start taking a big chunk of land in the middle of our country here. Unless, wait, do they already have a claim here? They do not. Okay. Yeah, I should have been doing this a while ago. I kind of forgot about it. And we'll do one here. Oh, that's right, that's right. There's a cooldown now. Okay. Yeah, so there's a cooldown now. So maybe then we still go to war with Denmark. Yeah. Britain with that border gore. I know, right? Like, sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. You know, one of these days I should do a Liberia run and break free from the United States. That would be fun. The CK3 one was beginning as a Polish minor to a triple empire. Nice. The EU4 one was the Bahamanus to a giant Hindustan. Oh, wow. which I all converted to Shia. Haha, nice, nice, nice. Border. Yeah, yeah. Go to war with Denmark. Hey, that's our favorite. That's our favorite sport here in Sweden. Well played, my friend. Well played. Yeah, let's do it. Well, actually, let's see who is gonna join in. So this is that state. Yeah, so the Netherlands will join in. The Roman Republic? Oh, damn. I didn't realize we had a Roman Republic now. Look at that. I don't really care about... You guys don't really threaten me, though, but... Alright, let's take a look at that again. Alright. Well, Great Britain and France are definitely not joining in, so that's good. There's nobody else of note. So let's do it. Oh, what does steak do? F. Phyllis, yeah. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Good to chat with you while playing. Hope to see you again later. Have a good one. So when you stake the colonial claim, now Great Britain can't colonize this area because we have a colonial claim on it. Yeah, so now they can't. So they would need to get their own claim now. But basically, this is going to stop them from colonizing this way. They'll still be able to colonize... Oh, no. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, so they can still colonize here, but now they can't colonize these two states. So we've prevented, for the time being, British Senegal from colonizing. Ave Caesar. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let's see what Denmark's gonna do. Are they just gonna say, sure, take it? Nope. Alright. So we want to take this. And I want to take this, but I wonder if we could get... Oh yeah, they don't like us. Let's improve relations for now. But yeah, we're not going to be able to get military access. Yeah, they're like, hell no. We would have to naval invade this if we were going to take it. And Denmark does have a fleet that could hurt ours. Well, let's wait to see when the Netherlands joins in. Now, in terms of mobilization options, we have liquor, we have sugar. Yeah, so everybody will get some liquor. I'm not going to add forced march. Oh, damn, we can't even add extra supplies yet. Army reserves. Yeah, okay. So let's mobilize the main army. We do have a lot more conscripts we can add. Actually, no, maybe we add the yeah, we'll add conscripts to the National Guard. But we're not going to call up conscripts. All right. Okay, yeah. I think that's good for now. I do not care what anyone says, but Imperator is still an awesome game. My very first game was a Kush while playing the Kush. Yeah, it's like a game of legend in Paradox, right? Because everyone talks about how great the game is. During the Steam summer sale, I was gonna buy it. I can't believe I did this. On the very last day of the sale, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this game today. And then I got distracted by my kids. I had to walk them to school. When I came home, I forgot about it. That evening at around like 5 p.m., I was like, oh yeah, I didn't buy that game. Went back to Steam, summer sale was over. So now I'm waiting for the next sale, and I'm definitely going to get it, because I really want to try it out. But yeah, everyone always says it was such a great game, it shouldn't have been abandoned. There we are. All right. Luxembourg. Yeah, so we'll take this. You know, I should have put a claim here. Would have lowered the infamy costs and all this. Well, stopping the British from colonizing is probably still better to do. So I want to take that. So we have the Niger Delta over here. We have this. Yeah, the Ivory Coast there. We can't reach it. We can't reach that. South Cameroon. Unfortunately, we actually can't reach their South Cameroon. So we're going to take this. Yeah, that's too bad. And yeah, I mean, like, we could naval invade. But yeah, if they send these ships over here, we're kind of toast. I don't think we're going to be able to naval invade. They're going to send ships and it's going to not be good for us. Oh, if we just had a little sliver of land right here, we could do it. So the French like us. And then maybe we sell them something. Oof, no, we don't have enough. We could buy something off of them. Nope. Yeah, nothing we could really do there. I don't really want to owe them an obligation for this, though. Alright, what if I gave them some money? There's a very low chance of this happening, but let's give it a try. Yeah. Too bad. If we could get that, I could also go for taking the Ivory Coast. I really would love to take this. It's not meant to be. All right. So we're going to do this. We are going to mobilize this army. We need to get a defensive person going. Everybody sucks. Totally worth it. You got to include the Invictus mod. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's like the mod that really like fixes the game. It adds a lot of flavor and mission trees. Yeah, because that's what I've heard. Like when they abandoned the game, the devs were basically like to the modders, like, go at it, like, you know, fix the game, because unfortunately we can't do it now. Does it even matter who sides with them? They probably have no fleet to send troops, and even if they do, they're short of convoys. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of banking on here. I don't think they're going to be able to send a lot of troops over here. The only thing, my hesitancy about going after states like this is that I don't have land access to it, so I will have to naval invade, and they do have enough ships to defeat my fleet. And so I don't want to get into a situation now where I have a war goal that I can't get and is going to, like, mess up the war. I can get this whole coast right here. So there is... Oh, no, actually... What is this? Yeah, that's British. No, I'll get this and that. And like this, I have no access to it. Oh, wait. If I got the military access, couldn't I post troops there? Maybe... Alright, let's try this. November 27th. Hey! There we go. So now, couldn't I send... No, yeah, that's just if we're allies. But now I can go for this. So the Ivory Coast and the Windward Coast. Alright, and we stayed below 50. So let's, mobilize both guys. Oh, it looks like we need some generals. Yeah, we need another one here. Oh, and I never gave the other one. Yeah, a lot of defensive guys. The authoritarian, the moderate. I think I'll hire the moderate guy here, because we get... Oh, yeah, that's defense in elevated terrain. Oh, yeah, we really don't want that guy. Okay, so what we'll do is... we'll hire this guy here, and then we'll see what new general we get to the list. Engineer, innovative, a slaver. Alright, we might as well take this guy. He's a moderate. Alright, there we go. So we'll do that. Which French like you? Well, the French Republic does. Yeah, and 1 year after that, a new France. Yeah, this is true, right? France is gonna be... You never know what France is you're gonna have every year in this game. Oh, hey, Burnt Bananas, what's up, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Ham, where have you been? Yeah, I was on vacation. visiting some family out of town. So couldn't do any streams, but I am back. I am back. Legislative failures. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Only 8 months on this. We're gonna request an extension on it now, because I'm gonna forget. I know I will. Returning to the stream really quick for a short while to say this. My earlier suspicions about dynamite were true. Did the math, and the dynamite does seem to have a small positive effect, but this ignores some of the other downsides with explosives. Oh, great. We have a slaver agitator. Wonderful. So they might be a very slight negative to use, or very slight positive. Okay. So either way, not a big swing towards anything. Very interesting. Have to look into that. The AI update looks amazing. Finally, we'll have less borderland. Yeah. Or the U.S. wanting Italian states. Why bother? They already have New Jersey. Yes, that's what I'd said in my dev diary video about it. As somebody who grew up in New Jersey, I'm like, look, it makes sense to me. There's at least one state in the United States that would love to be Italian, that would love to be Italy, and that's New Jersey. Hey, King Hulk, what's up? What's up? Hope the run's going well. Yes, I would say it's going okay. Not terribly great, not terribly bad. Terribly great. Not amazingly great, not terribly bad. Yeah, so we definitely don't want to put our fleet out here. War! For so little land, but you're sending a message to the European powers. Yeah, exactly, right? Get off my lawn. That's what I'm sending to them. Alright, so we're locked in. War's about to start. Alright. So let's start a land invasion. So you're both on advance the front. Alright. And they can't really naval invade us, so... I just wanted a trailer for the Russia DLC. Yeah, I think it's gonna be some time. Because, from what I remember, the Russia DLC is Q4. I mean, I guess that's that's a long time frame, but... Oh, I guess we're entering Q4, right? What? December, November, October. Yeah, so maybe next month we might get a date. Oh yeah, I finished colonizing somewhere, so I forget where it said. We're about to start getting some battles. Whoa. Did we just, like, instantly win that? Yeah, I don't think there's any troops anywhere. Yeah, they've got no troops anywhere. Why did I even call up conscripts? Law progress to consideration. Okay. Ham, do you play Warhammer 3 Total War? I don't. I'm trying to get into the Total War games. I bought Total War Empire during the summer sale, and it looked pretty cool, but I haven't been able to like get back to it and really play it, so I want to get into the series. I just need time to really sit down and do it. Yeah, I'm not going to send the fleet here. I send these guys... There we go. And we'll put the main army over here as well and set them to defend. Oh. And that's that. And a DLC for Africa, or at least for Egypt. Egypt has so much potential. Oh yeah, that would be a cool one to do for Africa, right? Egypt for the northern part of Africa, and then eventually like a South Africa Cape Colony one would be cool. Yeah, so these guys are coming over here now. And now just set everybody to defend. Although, you know... So, hold on. We control all the war goals now, right? Yes. What... Actually, I didn't look. What war goals? Oh, they want to protectorate us. Okay. Yeah. So, they're done now. Sorry, Ham, there was an ad. Oh, I didn't hear you. No, I don't. I don't play Warhammer 3, but I want to get into it. I had said during the last summer sale on Steam, I bought my first Total War game, Total War Empire, and it looked pretty cool, but I need to sit down with it more. I didn't end up getting to play it as much as I would have liked. But I want to get into the Total War series. And I hear so much about Warhammer, so that might be one I get as well. But yeah, at some point in time, I'll give it a try. The End Times patch sounds wild from what I read on the dev blog. The End Times patch, is that for Warhammer? My gosh, Tech Tree is so massive. Do you enjoy retro games too? I figure we are about the same age. Yeah, I just got an Evercade EXPR. All right, real quick. I'll finish reading that in a second. Let's finally go for racial segregation. It's a handheld with a cartridge system that plays old arcade games. Very affordable too. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I do enjoy like retro games in the sense that I enjoy when I can come across like an actual game from my childhood. I am not a big fan of like the retro aesthetic. So like new games that are trying to look retro, it's not really my thing. But when I come across like an old game like from my childhood, I totally am all about that. I love it. If I could have a wish list, I would love a DLC with an earlier starting date. Oh yeah, but I know it will never happen. Yeah, I would I would love that too. I would love that too. I need to look at the mod list again. There was a mod that was being developed at one point where they start the game in 1736. It looked pretty cool. The only problem was they hadn't developed, at the time that I looked at it, and I think this is early on in the development of the mod, they hadn't developed the tech tree. So basically, you could start in 1736, but you couldn't start researching any tech until 1836. But it might be further along now. I kind of forgot to keep up with that. But yeah, I agree. I would love an earlier start date. Alright, so what are these guys doing? Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so I'm gonna demobilize the cavalry. Actually, I probably should have demobilized the main army. Yeah, whatever. And honestly... Okay, I feel like there's a lot going on here. I could probably just stick with these guys, because they're not sending enough troops to really be of any threat. Well, Warhammer Fantasy has a whole thing called End Times, where the world ends and the bad guys win. There's a lot of things that happen. They tried to recreate that event in Warhammer 3 Total War. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know the lore at all since I've never really played it, but I've watched some streams of it, and it looks like a really cool game. Some Fulby people are unfairly blaming the poor living conditions in outer Hausaland on their Songhai neighbors. Alright, we'll take that. Do we have any amendments that we can get rid of? Not really. Well, you know, we don't have any home affairs. Alright. We'll work on that. I used to play the Neo Geo. Yeah, Neo Geo. Oh my god, I haven't thought about Neo Geo in a long time. Neo Geo arcade games in my youth a lot. Now I can play the literal arcade code on a handheld. It's amazing. Yeah, handheld plus cartridge with 6 games was just 150 bucks. Wow, 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 wow. Oh man, the Neo Geo. That was such a cool thing back in the day. I didn't own it, but a friend of mine did. It was a lot of fun. Discussions on the nature of national citizenship have emerged in the salons of Sokoto. The vision of Fulby and House of Primacy under racial segregation has come to conflict with more universalist ideals. Well, the petite bourgeoisie are still marginalized. Oh, interesting. So we can get plus 15%. Take all these radicalism increases, though. Or just take the 5. I actually wouldn't mind also some political strength to the armed forces, so even though we're kind of sacrificing an additional 10% here. No, what am I talking about? Take the 15%. If you're getting into Warhammer 3, they just made it so that you only need the 3rd game to get access to a lot of things. Oh, however, if you want a special race or faction, you get that specific DLC. All those DLCs are on discount now. Oh, is it? Okay, so is there a sale going on now? Maybe now is the time. I have a Steam gift card burning a hole in my virtual wallet, so... Oh, what do we have going on here? Okay, is our... Alright, so we're gonna subsidize these things, because why the hell are we not hiring? Alright, so this is hiring. No! This thing. Okay, what's your deal here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, now what was... Okay, what did we get with that moss that was sitting... Sunni ulema, political strength, education access. Okay, cool. There it is, right? Is it? No, is that it? Yeah, I think it's this thing. All right. We've got an infrastructure problem here. Who else has iron? We've only got these two places. Who has coal? Oh, Benin has both. This is our steel. Yeah, this is where we're gonna make steel. Alright, so we'll go with steel, motors, and then we'll do a railway here. And then, when we get the steel, we make tools a little bit more affordable. And then, what's going on with these guys? Oh, they like subject hood. Yeah, well, I don't worry about them at all. The rule of cool applies, of course. If you like the look of the faction, you should definitely get it. But if you don't buy it, you still get to fight against them in the campaign. Oh, okay, that's cool. So you still get, you still get to play. Oh my God, hold on. Apologies, my voice is going there for a second. That's cool. So you can't play as them, but you get to, like, actually see them in the game. I like that. A manifesto laying out the arguments for Akan independence has started to spread in Sokoto. What? I don't think so. Oh, well, okay. Can lower their activism. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so now we're building the steel mill, which is good. Sorry for going on a tangent. Oh, no, it's just been hit. No, not at all. I appreciate it. I love it. Yeah, I want to get into that game more. It's good to know, though, about the DLC and the sale. I'm going to take a look at that after stream to see what the sale is. Because I need to sit down with it. It's one of those things that it's like, you know, there's so many games to play. I want to get into so many of them. But if it's on sale, now is the time. The government's citizenship reform has awakened the specter of revolutionary excess amongst aristocrats and clergymen. They fear their traditional titles being stripped away in favor of equal citizenship. There, come on, people. Alright. Yeah, so we can take this right now. We'll take that. Hey, Mauricio, what's up, what's up? How you doing? Hi, Hammond chat. Good to see the streams returning. Yes, I'm back. I am back after vacation, and ready is to go. Good to see you. How you doing, my friend? Ham, why your president hate Canada so much? I don't know, man. I have no idea. Like, what's so ridiculous about it is like it used to be kind of like a joke here in the US, like okay, I'll put it to you this way. So my wife went to college in Montreal, right? So she lived in Canada for a period of time. And so you always kind of say jokingly like, oh, those not always, right? But it's like kind of a joke to be like, oh, the evil Canadians. And I would always tease her about that, like, oh, you're just a Canadian sleeper agent. This is a long time ago, before this guy was in office and everything. And the joke is that it's the most ridiculous thing, because Canada is like just the nicest country with the nicest people, very great. Like, who in their right mind would ever be at odds with Canada? Like, it's ridiculous. I can't believe we've reached a time where there's actually a leader who's legitimately at odds with Canada. Like, what ridiculousness. I just find it so absurd. Tell me about it. I always thought, man, those people with no time to game, how much do you even like gaming? And now I don't have any energy after my workday. Yeah, maybe half an hour, and then I'm like, wow, that was enough gaming for today. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes, especially when like I want to start a new run of Victoria 3. And you know, when the first unpause in Victoria 3, you have so much to set up for your country. And it's like one of those nights where I had to like put the kids to bed. And so you had the whole day, then you finally finish putting the kids to bed, you finally sit down, it's late, and I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like setting up this economy right now. My brain hurts. Ooh, why do we have so many unrealized taxes here? Where do we have uncollected taxes? Is that from... Oh, it is. Alright. And then we're gonna build... And, you know, we're gonna do that sooner rather than later. But our cost of paper is just gonna go bonkers for a moment here. Claiming that the enactment of racial segregation would affect the country's Fawn inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Fawn firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. So we can gain 5%, but lose some bureaucracy, gain radicals, or lose... Yeah, we'll take this. You know, another thing we could do, too... Oh, we are unappointed bureaucrats. Okay, okay. Yeah, the US player is off the meds, man. Yeah, I know. Seriously. I mean, it's just like... the most... Like, I want to say comical because it is comical, but it's sad because it's true, it's real. To be at odds with Canada. I just don't, you know... The whole country is just losing its mind. As a Canadian, oh, you're Canadian. It's super disappointing. It is, yeah. Oh my god. I can't imagine what people in Canada think of the US right now. Yeah, because it's just like... peaceful existence for forever. Like, the idea of that he's trying to push that, like, oh, Canada is trying to screw us over in some way. It's like, Canada? Like, what are you talking about? It's just like a place that we've had, a neighbor that we've had such good relations with, no animosity for so long. And now you're like creating turmoil between the two countries. Like, what the hell is the point? To what end? I mean, I think one of the most embarrassing things is when he was trying to float that idea of like, oh, what if Canada became the 51st state? Like, are you insane? Why would Canada ever want that? They won't want that. Like, it's just the most insane thing. When can we do colonial claim again? In 3 years. All right. And I'm also just always worried about like there will be a day where he's not the president anymore, but like what happens on that day? Like, what is our relationship with other people after that? And that's kind of what I worry about. Like, what is our relationship with Canada when he's no longer the president? Like, because I feel like there's a lot of damage, unreversible damage that's been done, you know? That's what I fear. Do we want to get involved in this? We could. If we did, what could we get out of it? An obligation. Nope. Sorry. There's valid reasons to hate Canada, just ask the natives. Oh, yeah. But the current jingoism is definitely not it. Yeah. Exactly. Same here in the US. Yeah, there's no reason for, like, the nation of the United States to be at odds with the nation of Canada. It's absurdity. Support for our Prime Minister is very high right now, though, because he had to walk away from U.S. negotiations until more reasonable terms are met. I'll be honest with you, I love your Prime Minister for that. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I hope people try to stick it to this guy. Because he thinks he's just, like, this big strong man, and he's not. When I saw that the Canadian Prime Minister just like said no to the deal, I was like, hell yeah. Don't agree to that nonsense. Well, I guess it's a long road to recovery. I know. But what makes me sad though is like I feel like we already went through this after George W. Bush left office. The long road to recovery. And now we're just doing it again. Very interesting. The same political party is causing us this long road to recovery once again. USA wanted to force an agreement that restricted us from trading with other countries. Yeah. Oh, and limited French language laws. Really? I did not know about that. Oh my god. Like, why would you even care about that? Like, as the President of the United States... Why would that even matter to you? That's nuts. That's truly nuts. Alright, so they're at plus 22. I think when we get them to 0, we'll be able to send a peace treaty and they'll probably accept it. Probably being the operative word there. Ah, we got stock exchange. All right, so a little bit better mappy, so that's good. So U.S. companies don't have to abide by French laws. Wait, but what does the language laws matter to U.S. companies? Like, I don't even understand why those, like, are they talking about, like, laws of, like, the French language being an official language in Canada? Like, is that the laws they were talking about? French language laws. Yeah, like, that's still, I mean, I still think that's absolute absurdity. Just don't fall for the trap of supporting anyone that doesn't like the guy just because they don't like the guy. Oh, I know. That's the problem, is that the opposition party, you know, the Democratic Party, at least the mainstream wing of the party, that's pretty much all they've been running on for a period of time, is like, oh, we don't like the orange man. That's why a lot of the DSA people in the United States are really starting to run some good campaigns. You look at, like, Mamdani, who just became the mayor here. He didn't mention Trump's name at all, really, in his whole campaign, and he won. And yet, the Democratic Party doesn't seem to have learned any lessons from that campaign. Yeah, why are the USA politicians so interested in the Canadian French culture? Kind of nuts. I agree. It's kind of nuts. Like, I don't understand why you would care about that at all. The Sokoto state's embrace of Hausa and Fulbe nationalism has raised fears of forced assimilation amongst equatorial Bantu communities. They have pledged opposition to any attempt to enact racial segregation. Ruh-roh. So we can take this, we'll only lose 8%. And we'll only lose 4 with this, we'll gain some radicals. Yeah, I mean, we'll gain... How many equatorial Bantu pops do we have? 1.46 million. So 5% of them, or, yeah, our primary cultures. So I think we'll take this. Well, we are, unfortunately, at our stopping point for this afternoon. We did some good work. We're expanding like crazy. We're kind of got a rectangular shape now, so there you go. And we're starting to really actually start working on the economy in better ways here. But yeah, but unfortunately that's going to be it for right now. I do have to stop here. But I will be continuing this run tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is in about 7 hours from now, so depending on wherever your whatever time zone you're in, we'll be continuing the Sokoto run. Also, the support for Lindsay Clancy is crazy. She admitted she did it. Oh, actually, I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look that up. Talking about French, I just called them in as Mexico against the U.S. They did not send any troops. One more reason to dislike them. Yeah, I know. It's hard to get people to cross the Atlantic in this game when you need them in North America. We'll see you tonight. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you tonight, Java. Same with you, Timco. Nice. See you the other time. Yes. So yeah, that'll be it for now, but we'll be continuing this tonight. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And hopefully I'll see everybody tonight. Have fun with the night stream. Oh, I'll be working night shifts, so we'll miss it. Ah, boo. Boo to work. Well, it was nice to chat with you during this session and hang with you, so hopefully I'll see you the next time I can see you. But yeah, that'll be it. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.